I've said this before, and I'll say it again. It's always fun doing film breakdowns after a win, for obvious reasons. What is up, Finn fans? Going to be breaking down the film for the Dolphins beating the Carolina Panthers. And there's some interesting tidbits. You guys asked me to look at the Raheem Mostert run where he gets angry at Liam Eichenberg, and I found that, so we're going to break that down. Also, the sack formation, there was one, if you were in the live stream, I talked about it. I liked it a lot. We're going to look at that. And the third and short fake QB sneak. Those are three plays that I've been told to check out, and I'm going to, and then we have a ton of other stuff that we're going to get to as well. But before we jump into that, I do have to shout out today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is BetUS. Like I said, fantastic betting site, very reliable. They have prop bets. They have all the sports you can think of. They even have bets that you can do for the end of the year, who you think is going to win the Super Bowl, who you think is going to win MVP, all that stuff. Check it out either in the link in the description or the pinned top comment. And if you click on that link, you get 125% of your first deposit up to $100 matched. So check it out, bet responsibly, and let's jump into this Mama Jam. So there's a few things I noticed, right? And there was a few times I'm going to point them out where the Dolphins pass rush just wasn't really getting there, and Bryce Young had time to kind of just stand there. It wasn't a lot, but there was a few times I want to show them to you. Most of the time, there's a lot of quick passes. There's a lot of quick passes. Boom, hit him, because we were getting in there. We were getting pressure on them a lot. The two touchdown drives that the Carolina Panthers had, I kind of noticed that when Adam Thielen wasn't on the field, they ran the ball. And then when he was on the field, they passed the ball. And I was like, that's weird. And then after those two touchdown drives, I was like, and then Adam Thielen was on the field and they ran it. So I was like, all right, I was going to do this whole thing about how did they not notice that when he was off the field, they ran the ball and yada, yada. But they only did it for like two drives. So there's that. And then I'm going to talk about Raheem Mostert and how he runs hard and how he's decisive. There's a huge difference between Achane and Raheem Mostert and the other running backs we have. Now, again, we haven't seen Jeff Wilson yet, and I think they have until this week for Nick Needham, or next week, the middle of next week for Nick Needham to come off the pup. If not, he's done for the year. That stuff I'll talk about. It was just popped in my head talking about Jeff Wilson. But we haven't seen Jeff Wilson do much yet. But when it comes to like Savon Ahmed and stuff, I notice he's very fidgety when it comes to running, where you have Mostert. He's very decisive, and he's hard to tackle. And we're going to look at that stuff. So without me rambling on anymore, I'm going to minimize myself. And we are going to take a look at what's going on in the film breakdown. Beep. Tiny Doug. So this first one is going to be a sack here from Bradley Chubb. I think it was second down. It was nice to get, first play. I think it was a run. Second down, boom, Bradley Chubb gets the sack. And it was just a beautiful thing. He bullies 79 here. And it's a great play. Absolute great play. Destroys Bryce Young. Holy crap. But engages an inside move. Now, is that good Bradley Chubb, or is that bad 79? Me looking at it, it's bad 79. He didn't do much. That's not much to do. Kind of off, his feet were a bit off-centered. Look, horrible. You don't want one foot in front of the other. You kind of want them out. So this foot should be more out here, so you have more center of gravity. He didn't, and then he got pushed back, and very lucky that wasn't a fumble. Very, very lucky that wasn't a fumble. The next play we're going to look at is the third and short. They hurry up, run up to it, act like they're going to QB sneak it, then Tua drops back, and he throws it to Raheem Mostert. It's a horrible throw. It is what it is. It's a bad throw, but I love the play call because everyone expects you to run up and boom. No one really expects a play like this to happen, and we're going to look at it, but if that throw was better, it probably would have been a touchdown here. A little motion here. And unfortunately that's a backward pass. So if Raheem didn't have the mental fortitude to grab that ball, it might have been a scoop and score. But if you look, right, if he would have caught that ball and he would have thrown it better, you have Alec Ingold coming up here laying the block, and then you just have a safety for Raheem to get up the field. And from what I'm going to show you in this film breakdown, I'm pretty sure he can get through that safety. I think that's a long touchdown. It would have been a long touchdown pass, but again, he just oversailed it a little bit. It's just a bad throw. Thank God he grabbed it. Now we have some bad plays. We're going to have some bad plays now on the defensive side because this is their second second touchdown drive. And this one is just, and it sucks because it's some of our good players, but it's such bad tackling. Right? Like you think, all right, here we go. The first down marker is at the 36. You got a guy here, make the tackle. Very easy, open field tackle. Jumps over him. All right. Like, come on, guys. And I think after the first two touchdowns, they kind of got their stuff together because, again, the Panthers didn't score any offensive points for the rest of the game. But, like, you get hurdled here. Then you got our guy, AVG. Just, again, it looked like he tried to punch the ball out. Just make the tackle. Don't worry about forcing fumbles and ripping the ball out and punching the ball out. Then you have Kader Kohou here who throws a shoulder into him and just misses. Just horrible tackling for a play that should have been what? I'll give him the first down, right? You make the tackle, he falls forward, you get the first down. So he should have been tackled around the 35, 36. Ends up going all the way up an extra 10, 11 yards. Got to do better tackling there. Absolutely got to do better tackling. Now, this is the touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. It's right here. And again, at this point, I was like, oh, this is the pass play because Adam Thielen was on the field. Go back and watch it. Go back and watch the two touchdown drives. When it was two receivers on the field and Adam Thielen wasn't one of them, they ran the ball. But then when Adam Thielen was on the field, they didn't run the ball, even in these types of formations. I thought it was very interesting. We're going to check it out and then break it down. A little motion here from Adam Thielen. Kader Kohou seems to be the man on him. Just so close. If you look here at the pressure, right, 1, 2, gets the ball out quick. So again, it's not that our line's not getting there. It's quick decisions and quick passes. Ready? 1, 2, balls out. Even if I count it quick. 1, 2, 3, balls out. But what kills me is Xavier Howard's in position. Xavier Howard is making the right read. He just either jumped too late or was just a little too far forward. But you got to give credit to Bryce Young. He made a very good throw there. There's a reason he went number 1 overall. That was a very good throw because he was so close from an Xavier Howard interception. Like, he was right there. Now we have the touchdown drive. And this is the first down play. And when I watched this play, I was like, Tua's timing was off a little bit. This is the deep pass to Jalen Waddle. He hung the ball a little bit. Just a little bit. We'll play action here. Like, he sees him. But he hung it up a little bit. In my opinion, I could be dead wrong. But he knows he got him, right? Right here, he lets it go. Because he knows if it's a race between the three of them, he's going to win it. And he sees that the safety is all the way on the right side. So he's got all this real estate. but he kind of hangs it up there. Because if he could have just hit him right there, kind of like he did in Buffalo last year, the 3rd and 22, kind of hit him right here, he's catching that. But he just hangs it a little bit where Waddle has to kind of turn back for the ball and jumps. And unfortunately, we still score a touchdown. So it's just, I'm just showing you things I'm noticing. Not real nitpicking, even though some might think that. This is a 2nd down run from my brain's not working. Raheem Mostert. I don't know why I couldn't get that out. And this is the one where he's angry. He's angry at Liam Eichenberg. So I'm just going to play it, and then we'll see why. He's going to come in motion over here. I'm going to pitch it to him. And watch, he gets angry. Come on! And I'll show you why he gets angry. Little pitch here. Right here, as I stop it, you have Julian Hill and you have Liam Eichenberg. Liam Eichenberg is supposed to go up here, block him, and then Julian Hill, when he goes upfield, will end up blocking him, and that should be a touchdown. All day, every day, that should be a touchdown. What happens is, what was that? Who does he think is behind blocking that he just kind of touched him? Now, is he thinking, hey, Raheem Mostert's a hard-nosed running back, he can break this tackle? Regardless, what block was that? What was that? And then he blocks him, which he kind of misses, and Julian Hill, if you watch, he kind of looks around like, I'm supposed to block him. Watch. See? Julian Hill is looking at Liam Eichenberg like, I'm supposed to block him. You were supposed to block him. That's literally the look he's doing right now. Because watch, I'll roll it back and watch Julian Hill. And then he looks back. He sees Liam Eichenberg try to block him as he skirts around him. And he goes like this. He looks, and then he looks back like, you're supposed, all right, I'll block this guy. You were supposed to block. Like, just, we'll watch it one more time. Just bad. And the guy he was supposed to block made the tackle on his leg, and he got mad. Rightfully so, he got mad, because that would have been a big play if Eichenberg blocked the right guy and then Julian got his guy. Could have been a touchdown. Still is a touchdown, but could have been a touchdown. Now, this is the pitch. When I saw this live, just smooth. Like, the way to adjust, he like Hadoukens it. We'll just play it, and then we'll look at it. You can't really see it, unfortunately, but like, it's just smooth. Ahmed goes this way, and in the same motion, he like, it's like one of these. He like Hadoukens the ball to him, and the play he gets a first down here. It's a nice play to get a first down. But the thing that's the coolest about it is that little up, and then he thinks he's getting it, and he pitches it back, forcing the entire defense to go this way, not realizing that Tyreek has it. And that's a killer. And that's something that I'm noticing Mike McDaniel really incorporates with this offense, is putting Tyreek places you don't know where the heck he is. He's in the backfield. He's lined up as a tight end. He's as a wide receiver. He's in motion. Got to follow Tyreek because they're going to pitch it to Tyreek. Oh, they gave it to the running back. Okay, we got to focus on the running back. Oh, no, they gave it to... Like, it's just... Mike McDaniel messes with these defenses. Because you're going to have double motions here. You're going to have Savon Ahmed going back, and you're going to have Tyreek Hill going in front. So this defense needs to decide, are they going to shift this way to get Tyreek, or are they going to shift this way to get Savon Ahmed? And if you make your wrong decision, you're giving up chunk yardage. And they made the wrong decision. See? Flat-footed. First down. Love it. Love it. And this is another situation here where it's very good play design, because you're going to have a play here where Durham Smythe is going to come around one of those situations. He's going to come around, and the defense is going to kind of focus on him, but not really. And then you're going to have Raheem Mostert go out, and Durham Smythe is actually going out as a blocker. And you'll see, because he goes out, Tua does his thing, acts like he's going to throw it to the left, looks, throws it to Raheem, and as soon as he gets it to Raheem, Durham Smythe's there to put the block, and then easy touchdown. A little motion here, goes around. For a stroll-in touchdown. That was his job all along. His job is not to catch, because at no point does he turn back for the ball. His job is to block. So they used the motion, because you're only allowed to have one player motioning. You know, we started that in the beginning of the year. Now everyone kind of has adopted it, where you got that motion to kind of have the defense have to figure out and match with the speed of the motion. We are now using it to get a blocker out in front, which is just, it's so good to me. There's your touchdown. The defense forces a 3 and out. This is the big run. I think it's like a 46-yard run from Raheem Mostert, and he just runs angry on this one, because normally, and look where Tyreek is. This is what I'm talking about with this offense. If I were to zoom out, I think you got one receiver here, you got one receiver here. You have Durham Smythe here, you have Julian Hill here, and you have Tyreek Hill down here. It's where's Waldo of this offense? Where do they have Tyreek? Pitch it to him. Just angry. Running angry. And I love it. Any other tackler, running backs didn't tackle to. You got a guy at your legs, you got a guy at your upper body, and if you make it through that, you got this guy here who's gonna tackle you. He bounces off of all of them and spins out of it and gets more yardage. I love it, but I also love the fact that Tyreek Hill, in that single back formation, was lined up as a tight end off of the right tackle. He wasn't lined up as a tight end off of a tight end. He was a tight end off of the right tackle. It's the where's Waldo of this offense. Where's Tyreek Hill lined up? And that's what the defense needs to figure out. You can watch this film all you want. All right, we'll put him in a different place. We'll put him here. We'll put him there. We'll do this. So, hey, we'll have him under center, snap him quarterback. Just going to mess with you. This is the touchdown play that messed with me, because you're going to have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle here. And Tyreek Hill's going to run a shallow, and Jalen Waddle's going to kind of run a deeper crosser. Tua gets pressure in his face, so he kind of has to roll it out here. And Tyreek Hill's open here. He's open about right here. And Waddle's open about right here. And the defense is going to follow Tyreek. And this guy's going to over-pursue Waddle and follow just a little bit. And I thought Tua was going to throw it to Tyreek Hill, but he throws it back and just messed with me. I'll play. He just completely messes with me. Just when I watched it live, I saw this, right? This is what I saw. I saw him throwing it, because obviously we see the back of it. I see him getting ready to throw it, and I didn't even see Waddle. I saw Tyreek, and I saw all this real estate in front of him. Like I said, both of these, I think they're one's a linebacker, one's a safety, over pursued for Tyreek, and Waddle sat in his position. But watching this, I'm thinking to myself, oh, he's going to dump it off to Tyreek Hill. He's got this huge open space. The camera didn't even show this. The live broadcast didn't show this. So when he throws it and it doesn't it goes backwards, completely threw me off. And it was a beautiful pass, because the defender kind of stopped and had to go back, but the ball was already there. Loved it, and it messed with me. I was like, wait, what? Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Defense forces another 3-and-out. After those 2 touchdown drives, the Dolphins defense did what they had to do, forced 3-and-outs. Now, this is a third down play where Tua, again, is going to throw the ball out to Raheem, and the man's just hard to tackle. A little motion from him. Just drops it off to him. Now, you're looking at this, right? He hasn't even caught the ball yet. He needs to go here, about the 45.5-yard mark. You look at it here, you think this guy's going to tackle him. And this is why I was talking about with the 3rd and short, where Tua kind of had a bad pass to Raheem. Same situation. One guy's going to tackle him. And you're like, crap, he's not going to get the first down. And just fights. That's what I love about him. And that it's the combination of him and Achane. And Achane's that other guy who just fights. He's a small guy, but he's fast and he fights. Absolutely love it. This is the Tyreek Hill touchdown. And this man is going to have a bad day. Once you freeze that safety, and we all know, I think this was last week against the Giants, he audibled that play. But Tua knew the whole time he's going to throw it to Tyreek. It just depended at what point he needed to freeze this safety. So he looks to the left. He looked to the left. Feet are together, backpedaling. Looks over, sees that Tyreek Hill is shoulder to shoulder with the corner. Tua's like, he's going to beat him. And I have enough room here because he has enough speed that I kept the safety frozen. Just throw the ball up to him. Touchdown. Beautiful play. Absolutely beautiful play. Now, this is a bad play by the defense. They end up missing the field goal, so no harm, no foul. But it's a bad play by the defense because of the amount of time they gave Bryce Young. You'll see Bryce Young stand. Like, normally you kind of like are squatted a little bit, or you're like trying to, stay on your feet and keep motion just in case you're dealing with pressure. He just stands there. And waits. And so essentially what happens is Adam Thielen just finds the zone. Someone should be here. Someone blew their coverage. Now, again, this is another situation where it's first and 10, but this is another situation where you blame Vic Fangio when he's calling the right scheme, right? You got a zone, and then you got the 3 over the top, and you got the deep safety. Someone should be in this area, whether it's Cater, whether it's Eli Apple. One of these guys is in the wrong spot and allowed Adam Thielen to find that open spot. But if you look at the defensive line, like, I just noticed it now as I'm watching it. That's why I sighed. Watch Christian Wilkins. He had 2 sacks on this day too. So I'm nitpicking a little bit. I'm nitpicking, right? Pushes him off. Stands there. Instead of maybe going to the outside, maybe going to this side, try to get around the pile of people to get to the quarterback. Look what he just did. He engages. Pushes off. Why did you engage in a block? I don't get that. I don't get that at all. I just noticed it now. I'm like, what? What the crap? Now, the last play I'm going to talk to you about is a good play on the defensive side. Like I said, there were some down plays, but there was good plays as well. And I noticed this. This was right before the half, and I noticed this, and I was like, I like what Fangio did there. You have Sealer here, so you have a down DN. Let's call him just a DN. right? You have Christian Wilkins here. We'll call him another D end. Technically could be a DT or a nose tackle, but these two kind of play the defensive end spots. You have your outside linebacker standing here. You have your middle linebacker here, right? So that's your defensive line, so to say. You got two guys standing. You have two guys with their hand in the ground. One in all four. Then you have your other outside linebacker standing in between. So as a quarterback, that's what you see. You see two down defensive linemen. You see the middle linebacker. You see the outside linebacker, and you see an outside linebacker. And it is very confusing. Because if this is a 3-4, you should have another guy here. Right? Because then there's your 3-4. Like, say the mic is, 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? There's someone missing, essentially. And if it is a normal 4-3 situation, you got your middle linebacker standing here. And him standing here. He's normally on the outside. So it's really messed with Bryce Young. And just watch not only does it mess with Bryce Young, it messes with the offensive line because they don't know. Jerome Baker is a middle linebacker. Is he going to drop back into coverage? Bradley Chubb is a pass rushing outside linebacker, but is he going to drop out into coverage? Is Sealer going to kick to the inside because he's an inside guy, and is he going to go to the outside? This is his normal position, and same for here. So there's a lot of moving pieces that before the snap happens, your offensive linemen are looking and saying, he's an outside linebacker, he's an hands down defensive end. Are they going to try to do a stunt move on me? And then I got a middle linebacker here. Is he going to drop? And it's just a lot to comprehend. And it's beautiful. He sends it all five. And it's a great play. It's an absolute great play by Christian Wilkins, just ripping in. But again, you're sending five guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as an offensive line, you should have a hat on a hat on a hat on a hat on a hat. And even you can keep this guy into block, right? But the fact that Fangio had that set up, he doesn't block anybody. So they block. He blocks nobody. And they keep running back to block Jerome Baker. It was beautiful. That play, I saw that, and I wrote it down. I was like, I need to talk about that play. Because when I watched it live, I was like, he had him over here, and he had him over here, and he had him. Oh, my God. It was so good. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Like I said, mostly the Panthers game was really good. Besides giving up the 14 points, the Dolphins 42 points. Should have been 42-14. Mike White throws a dumb pick six. I equated it to you were fighting your little brother, right? You're 18 and your little brother's 13, 12. And he hits you and you're like, all right, cut it out. And he hits you again and you're like, and you lay on him. That's what the Dolphins did. Now, we're on to the Philadelphia Eagles Sunday night. Huge game, statement game. Can we shut up the people who say we can only beat bad teams? Huge game. They might not have Lane Johnson. They're dealing with injuries as well. The Jets showed that they are able to be beaten. Big game. I'll see you guys tomorrow with the pick video. But like usual, stay classy and fins up.